Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale. I'm going to just stop right there.
Yay.
I'm going to try that on. I'm going to try it on today.
Hey, I think this is episode 6.
There we go.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I saw you over here. What were you trying to jinx my dice?
I was. That's exactly what I was doing.
Trying to.
I was just like, she
effort.
had her hands in my dice tray and was like massaging them. And I'm like, is that like,
Yes.
You don't want me to go tell your dogs what you did to my wolf companion, do you?
little does she know it's going to backfire. And now she's putting her good luck into my tray. Ooh.
We'll see.
We'll see. Ooh, man, that was an episode we had last time.
Yeah, just running down a baddie.
We got our exercise in.
You did.
Yeah, you certainly did.
It was leg day in Geller Keep.
You know
That's
how like
it.
after you do something that you realize you're like, ooh, I'm out of shape kind of thing. You know, your heart's pounding and you're like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't be doing this.
So I actually I could picture Dayrune and just in like,
You've got to be kidding.
yes, like
That was good.
It's
seriously.
like technically twice as many steps in a way for me, you know.
Yeah, like all the way up. Really? Yeah, like yeah.
Yep.
It was that was good.
All right. Well, so quick recap, anybody?
We think we finished the fight.
I really didn't know what happened
Here.
up there, so someone else is going to have to tell the story.
Well,
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh,
No, you go
okay.
for it.
Okay. I was going to say that we picked up right in the middle, right after the arrow shot Morgan and killed her. And Zinnia was the hero. She went up and she found the right into the face of the person who had shot her and threw a flaming spear, which was a new one, I believe. A new spell? Yes.
Yes.
And did some damage. Pike and Morgan tried to save Morgan. Pike and Ismay tried to save Morgan, and it failed. They went after, started following. Dayrune took up the rear because he had to come all the way from the kitchen, and he was tried to heal, no luck. But he did send Corda to go support Zinnia, and then Zinnia and Corda took turns taking chunks out of the very hard to kill baddie. Got him up to the 3rd floor, and I believe it was Corda with the kill. No, it was Zinnia. Zinnia.
Frostbolt.
Yeah.
That's right. Zinnia's Frostbolt.
Another notch in Zinnia's belt.
Zinnia's okay, right.
Zinnia in the parlor with the frostbolt.
That's right. Zinnia in the parlor with a frostbolt. Because just before that, Corda did the 8 points of damage for the when he decided he was going to keep running away. And of course, she had the greatest line in the episode with "I told you to yield."
You know what? It's always a team effort.
It is. But with you and Corda, because everybody else was playing catch up. And then we were trying to, we stabilized the baddie. We're trying to, loot the body, trying to find out who he is. One of us is trying to loot the body. One of us is trying to get identification, trying to figure out who he is, who he works for. So we're kind of working. Same thing, but different purposes. And we're just waiting for this guy to wake up so we can torture him for more information.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And he
Are we
is.
the good guys?
Yes, we are. And, oh, yeah. We did. Her and I did strip him down to his skivvies, and we tied him up to the bed, the dusty, nasty bed on the 3rd floor. And that is how he is going to wake up. Hog-tied, on the bed.
All right.
Oh, I thought it's hogtied or is it spread eagle?
Oh, spread eagle. That's right. He's going to be
Oh.
spread eagle.
Spread eagle on the bed.
Spread eagle on the bed in his skivvies.
Humiliation goes a long way for in the.
It's psychological. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is very important. And I'm thinking that probably Ismi and Zinnia probably bonded during this. Like, yes, we are going to make him feel very uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to stand right here because he's going to be in his skivvies in front of two females, and that's going to make him feel weird. Hopefully,
Humans are funny.
Yeah, if he does make him feel weird, then you just started to fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
We're going to lean into this.
Yes.
And you know what?
So maybe we should have a content warning on this episode.
When we said tortured, we should have probably added that content warning.
I will say one thing that Zinnia does appreciate about the humans is some of the stuff they make is kind of fun, and I enjoy taking it from them.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then let's get to it. As I recall, aside from trusting the guy up, you were going to do like a cursory exploration of this place before you went to bed.
Right. Well, are we going to wake him up?
No.
No.
Yeah, the only way to wake him at this point would be to use magical healing.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so we're going to. Do you
Explore.
want to do explore first and then come back and
Yes.
interrogate him,
Yes.
question him?
Yes.
As soon as, he'll
Yep.
have to become awake first and,
Right.
in
But
good enough shape.
We will
I've got
magically
that.
we'll magically wake him, and then get the information that we need, and then we will rest, but we'll knock him out again before we rest.
Mm-hmm.
And just not to meta stuff, it is possible that he could wake up
That's why Corda's
Yeah.
going to be sitting
at
right there.
even at negative by making a stabilization. Well, not a stabilization check, but there is a check to make to regain consciousness
Mm-hmm.
after an hour.
After an hour, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be good now.
But Corda will be there, and I'll actually call Nipper up, and so Nipper and Corda will both be there.
Just sitting there panting
Mm-hmm.
with the big smiles on their face.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Then let's. How do you want to proceed?
We'll go floor by floor, starting on the third floor.
Okay. Then let's do a little revealing. And since you've eliminated the threat here, we'll just, did you have a preference for where you started, or can I just,
Well,
just
since
pick a
we're
room?
here, we might as well start up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Third floor. So we've
I
got
really
the
don't
door
feel like
in
going
here. And,
Downstairs and upstairs and downstairs and upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, open that door, the one that we're standing in front of, our little move day rune in with us. Yeah, and then open that little door there.
Okay, so I'm going to reveal this room here, the one, what is the northeast side of the third floor. So
Can you move the map?
yeah, of whoever's got the mouse over there can scroll.
Oh.
We have a big screen for people to.
I don't. We see no mouse.
The only mouse I see is the one running across the floor there. There's nothing else.
It might be sitting back behind,
on the
maybe
tray there.
on the desktop. There's a mouse over there.
Maybe pop it over there. You go. Perfect.
Okay, so that is the third floor. So again, this is kind of an elongated, sort of hexagonal shaped keep.
Mm-hmm.
So when the on the long wall on the northeast side, a bit over half of the entire length of the keep is a big room. Although, well, we'll do that because we probably should have started with the room that you guys were in, but we'll just
No,
do
I
this
want to
long
go
room.
here. What's this?
Yes. This large room appears to be what you might guess to be like a large laboratory. Kind of the northeast wall, there are two open windows. These are actually, you notice that I try to do the windows where some of them are more like defensive, so they're narrow around the inside for fields of fire. So a small person could crawl up in there and kind of look out. So there's two large windows, and kind of on the southeast side, there is a bookcase. There's some rugs kind of on the ground. There's a plain one, and there's another one, like a 10 by 10 big black rug on the north side of the room, covered in like arcane looking symbols.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And on the west side of the room, there is a really long, straight desk, just kind of littered with what you guess to be like reagents and things to make potions, and it looks like a laboratory type desk, which you might expect an alchemist or somebody to be.
Now,
to
this
use.
is all old? Like it's dust covered, or is this like a recent laboratory?
It is all old.
It is old. Would Isme know enough about, because this keep was the summer home of the Earl of Kent, correct?
That is correct.
Would she know through her study of nobility why the Earl of Kent would have a laboratory on his upper floor?
Oh, sure. Give me another. Do you have nobility?
I do have
Give
nobility.
me a nobility check.
Let's see. And that would be a 12.
Okay.
Can I also look? I have knowledge nobility. For some reason.
You do?
I do.
I'm so confused by that.
You found a book, right? Somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah.
In my mentor's library.
Mhm.
A knowledge of local human nobility.
That's a nat 20.
You are so good at nobility.
Okay. So this is kind of how I'm imagining it playing out. So Isme, you're standing there looking around curiously at all of these, magical doodads and whatnot. And no, you don't recall why. Maybe you voice it aloud, like why would the Earl have this magical study?
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, Zinnia's like,
I know.
because you mentored you, so there is your you studied under a local wizard,
I did.
a local human wizard,
I did.
and maybe it was a conversation you had with him at some point where he was talking about various people that he knew, or maybe he had a book about local people that he exchanged previously words with. But yeah, the Earl had I want to say house wizards. What like a royal court, not really royal court, but he basically had a wizard in his employ, who this must be where he set up shop.
Yeah, Godfrey told me all about it.
A house wizard? Just like, not everybody is wealthy enough to afford a house wizard.
That's right. It was a very prestigious kind of position.
You, by any chance, remember the name of that wizard?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
You know what? You did get a natural 20. So he went by Agares. I think that's how you pronounce it. Agares. I don't think it's Agares. Agares. That's how I was saying it.
Agares.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was a contemporary of your master's. In fact, you recall him. I mean, you did roll a natural 20.
I did.
Way to suck all the luck out of his dice.
Yeah.
Good way to go.
Yeah, that probably was maybe he dabbled in the rumor. It was rumored he dabbled in some dark arts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, maybe that's why it came up. Perhaps as a warning to you to avoid going down that path.
And it was okay. I reassured him, I'm a fairy. What kind of dark things could I get into?
There's always the hands up, shoulder shrug.
That's right.
Cute little fairy smile.
Of course, it says Isme.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a couple of blinks in your...
Of course.
Yeah.
The head tilt. my hair just kind of flopping. Yep.
Okay, so you could choose to explore the laboratory in length. How do you want to go about this? Because there's 4 of you here, so you guys have this exchange. Perhaps you say some of this out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Daroon and Pike, you're standing there too.
Okay. I think tomorrow morning we need to look at this a little bit
Well,
more.
I'm going to stay here and look at this a little bit more in depth.
Okay.
That works.
All right.
Holler if you need us.
I will move on, but I will come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Isme's going to do. She's making a note of after we rest and after I bury Morgan.
This is like a side quest right now.
Yeah.
We got to keep our eyes on the prize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole point right now is to make sure the keep is secure. Possibly put out the fire. Possibly. Set things up so that we can get a night's sleep and probably set a watch. So.
Okay. So, but Pike, you are going to, and what is it you're going to do while they wander off?
The carpet intrigues me a little bit. I want to make sure I'm going to do either Arcana or Spellcraft, whichever, to make sure that it's not like some form of summoning or teleportation or anything else that might be a back door for someone to get in here. I don't think the odds are great.
Okay.
Since the room is dusty, but I just want to make sure that that's the case. And then a quick look around the shelves and so forth to see if anything immediately leaps out to me. I'm not going to go super in depth on this.
Okay. All right. I mean, that will take you a little bit, but go ahead and give me your Arcana check on the rug before you begin searching about.
22.
Okay. You study the rug, and the rug itself is not enchanted, and you're able to deduce that those are all alchemical symbols. And other than making for really cool decor, going for the motif, it looks like it could actually kind of be like, not a crib sheet, but like a reference symbols for things you might use in formulas.
So the equivalent of like scientists having a periodic table up on their wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the periodic table of magical alchemical ingredients on a really cool rug. It's probably worth some money to somebody. I mean, it's heavy. It's a 10 by 10 rug.
And I'm also interested in the craft that went into
As a
it
weaver.
as a weaver.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, you would.
that would help me determine kind of some of the, how good the quality of the stitching, the materials, might give me a rough idea about, how valuable it might be.
Okay. I mean, then you would describe it as like it's very high quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely got to note that to potentially take along with, even though it's 10 foot by 10 foot.
Oh, we can wrap a body up in it.
Oh.
Just saying. Oh, we want to torture someone by wrapping their dead body up in a rug.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you'll
there
get
are
blood on
lesser.
the fabric.
Don't ruin
Oh.
the rug.
Yeah, there are lesser quality rugs.
She's got clean.
Mm.
No, they're lesser quality rugs that we could.
I mean, there is another like 8 by 8 rug that is just more mundane quality. The type you might leave your dog on. Perhaps.
I was just trying to killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Efficient with our rug body displacement.
Body displacement. Okay. Well, all right. So you are
How to insult a weaver. Tell him we're going to wrap a body up in the rug he made.
Yeah.
okay. Then we'll get back to you then. So the 3 of you proceed then just to the
to the
We're
room
just
below. Anything
Go
else
through
in
this
this room
whole
below?
place.
All right.
We're going to do a pretty good job of it,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
All right. Then I will give you a reveal here. All right. So I have revealed the
Oh, okay.
northwestern room of the keep. And as you step in, it is the musty smell of the room kind of assaults your senses. And you can see that it's like wall to wall bookshelves filled with books. and it is, I mean, obviously a library. There's even 4 shelves freestanding, 3 kind of in a row going down the center of the room. And then there's another one running kind of vertically over there, like almost like if you're in a bookstore. So there's a lot of books in here. And there's one like sitting table and although I didn't add any chairs, there should be a chair or 2 in there to sit down and perhaps look at some books. So, yeah.
Detect magic to see if there's any magical books on the shelves.
I think we should just do that.
Yeah.
Just both of us go in there in every room, just bloop, auto detect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You detect magic on the room, and you do detect, assuming that you spend the required amount of time to carefully study the room. There are a handful of books that seem to have preservation magic on them. If you pause to pull them out, like what is your?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there seems to be some magical texts, like treatises on magic, not spell books. So they do have some preservation. I mean, you tell me how much you want. I don't want to drag this on. So you like?
I just think, oh well, if they're preserved, maybe they're more valuable. So maybe we just grab those.
Yeah, I don't think we would look through every book.
No, I'm not going to look through every
The
book.
magic ones.
Okay, so you grab 6 books with at least some preservation magic on them, so they seem to be in very good condition. They have got little clasps to seal them, but you don't spend time further to evaluate the nature of them.
Yeah, we don't have time. So
Would you say we'd be kind of ransacking this place?
yes, at this point, I'm ransacking. Okay. Is
Well,
this a door?
I mean, describe, like, are you?
I would say we go in, detect magic. If we, we'll take a good look over it, and then if we see something of notability, we'll look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. Is there anything else that like catches my eye that I'm like, ooh, shiny, ooh, or that looks out of place, or ooh?
Give me perception checks.
Oh, my perception is so good.
13.
9.
Oh, I suddenly just forgot. I'm like, oh right, Zinnia, that's comical.
22. That's low for me, actually.
That's low for you.
Yeah, below average.
Below average. So, well, and it makes sense for you because you probably look at things a little bit differently since you're kind of a more architectural standpoint.
I have a very high wisdom, and I put a lot of rings into perception. That helps too.
What jumps out at you, and you pause, and you can't quite tell, but you, in the very far northwest corner of the room, you noticed that, and if you want to pan down ever so slightly, you notice that there is a little, it's almost hidden, where the bookshelf that's on the north wall and the bookshelf on the west wall meet. There's like a couple inch gap there.
Okay.
And the only reason it caught your eye and you looked is that there's like an alcove back there that like goes into the north wall. That is like bookshelf width, almost like there's space there that doesn't make sense to you architecturally.
But a fairy could fit through there.
Yeah, she could get back in there.
Okay, Zinnia, come check this out.
Okay, I squeeze through the opening.
And you could actually like go over the bookshelves because there's like a gap. It's not a big gap. There's like maybe a foot gap between the top of the shelf to get back behind there. And yeah, it's like a 2 foot wide and 4 foot deep. I mean, why did they do this? There's like nothing there. There's like, some dust and stuff, but like nobody's disturbed this or anything like that. Maybe some mouse droppings or things.
I'm going to check the bookshelf, bookshelf for any kind of handles or anything, or if it moves or slides or anything like that.
when you do disable traps, can you also check traps? Or check for like...
Well, so what you do is you would roll perception to find them.
All right.
You do have trap sense.
I do have trap sense, yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm above the bookcase heights before people start messing around.
Where did she go?
I don't want there to be any squash fairy thing going on.
No.
That would have been funny. Tayru, make another perception check to study the bookshelf. Well, it sounds like both you and so is me. You come over there.
Yep.
He points out this curious thing. Zinnia, you hear them fiddling around with the bookcase.
Pull out books or
and you can make a check, or you can choose to take 20. That obviously takes 20 times as long.
I got a 31 for perception.
Oh, okay.
And I got a 21.
All right, so you guys are just kind of quickly combing through, pulling at books, and Daerun is so classic. Like you've probably always like you've heard of people who do this.
Yeah.
There is a false book, and you find it, and you realize it's kind of fixed in place, and pull it, and you hear a clicking sound, and the shelf indeed slides. You hear Zinnia, fortunately.
Yeah, no,
specifically
I'm glad you did
stated.
say it.
It would have been funny.
Always be suspicious. Trust no one.
Yep.
Great. Don't trust your husband.
Especially not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he laughed and said that would be funny. It
Yeah,
pretty much sets
exactly,
Don
like-
exactly how I know him when it comes to a DM.
Great.
Yeah. So reveal. There it
Yeah.
goes.
Oh my.
There's a hidden staircase in the wall. Dun, dun, dun.
Nicely.
Hey, Daerun, you ready for more stairs?
Let's.
It's easier.
Well, I really
going
wish
down.
I could get Featherfall.
So as point of order, you still have not finished searching the top floor.
Okay, you want to finish top floor and then?
Yeah,
okay,
let's really
go
stick
do
to
that.
this plan. We know it's
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we know it's there. We can come back, and we can also check it tomorrow if we want to.
No, today.
I'm not going to get sleep until I find out it's
That's
still there.
right.
Okay.
We gotta do it. Okay. Oh, look at little. What is that?
Okay.
Servants?
Yeah. So so on the top floor, there was one more small room that you had not been in. So between what you're able to do is to be like the Lord's chamber, which is where the stairs actually came up.
Yep.
Which was this well-appointed bedroom with this double bed that is currently occupied by a spread-eagled foe, and a variety of furniture and whatnot. There's a number of large fireplaces. Between the Lord's bedroom and the library, there is a small, presumably servant's bedroom. It's got two like very tiny beds, a chest of drawers, and a private, very simple wooden privy. So the total top floor includes the library, the servant's chamber, the laboratory, the Lord's chamber, and what you would probably guess to be the Lord's sitting room. You've not fully searched all of these rooms, but you've concluded none of them have any other occupants in them.
Okay.
And thus far you've discovered a hidden staircase. But you really haven't searched the sitting room at all.
Okay. We can look for that later. Let's go floor by floor. Plus I want to take care of Morgan.
So we want to go check out the sitting room on this floor?
I think we should go down to the second floor. I mean, we know there's no one here. So let's make sure there's no one here and get the place secured, and then we can figure out once we know we're safe, we can go off and do whatever we want to search.
Secret staircase now?
Second floor.
But the staircase goes down to the second floor, right?
That's foolproof logic.
That's really good logic.
How about this? You can take that, and I'll take the regular stairs, and we'll try to figure out a way
Okay.
to meet.
I'm going with you.
All right, Zinnia's going to Zinnia wants to do the staircase.
Is it dark down there?
It is dark.
I have light.
Zinnia glows like Tinkerbell. And Darun, you're going to follow her down the spiral staircase hidden in the wall, wherever it may lead.
It seems like a really good idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys are the best. Okay.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
All right. And then Ismi, you will descend
To the second floor.
to the second floor alone while Pike continues to rifle through the...
Having no clue about the secret staircase or anything else. Yes.
I'm sure we would have on
Oh,
the
yeah.
way through.
Yeah, if we said something, I don't know if he really would have heard us. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, oh, that's cool.
I'm thinking because we have to go back through the library to get to the staircase.
No, absolutely.
You,
So,
actually, you don't, actually.
Well,
but-
you
but
don't.
You do.
You have to go back to the stair.
but we're connected. The library is connected to the alchemy room, the laboratory, and
Yep.
so Zinnia is a communicator. She's absolutely going to yell and say, "There's a hidden staircase. We're going down the hidden staircase. Ismi's going to the second floor."
Yep.
Okay.
I told you.
Okay.
Communication has happened.
Mm. Let me know at what point I'm done my search. So
All right. I would say go ahead while they're wandering off, give me a perception check. And is there anything in particular, do you want to like point out something in particular you want to search? Or
are those two more bookcases down in the...
they are. There
Bottom
are
area.
two bookcases, one on the south wall and one on the kind of the southeast wall.
Okay. And the darkened trapezoidal regions are wall?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the keep
Just wanna
has
make sure.
very stout, thick walls.
Thick walls.
Yeah.
I would be just before I step down. I want to do something. I want to say, "Hey, Zinnia, watch this." And I want to turn into a bat,
You can fly?
and then I'm going to cast Beast Speak on myself and say, "Here."
I will be like, "Holy flying, Bat Dwarf.
I can turn into animals now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we can fly all over the place.
How fast can you fly?"
As fast as a bat can fly. Or if I want to be a hawk, I can fly like a hawk. Whatever I can turn it. And listen, I can talk.
This is awesome. And I go to high five you.
I'm going to high five with my little talon.
You know, it occurs to me we did not on air discuss your levels up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
level up at all.
That's okay. It's surprises. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I really feel like I don't want to go downstairs again. So this is a good way to.
Get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Darun, I have granted you bat form. Dun dun dun. Oh, that is rich. That is so good. Okay, Darun the bat and Zinnia the fairy descend down the
They
stairwell.
ruined the talking bat.
Okay, so real quick, Pike, I hate to keep cutting you off then. What did you...
Okay, so the two bookcases in the bottom, and then up the table, the lawn table, and then it looks like at the very top there's a like corner.
Yeah, it's
workbench.
like a desk. It's less cluttered than probably is. There's looks like it had been somewhat cleaned up, but it is another like work desk.
Okay, so the two bookcases on the lawn work table. I'm going to assume that things like reagents, acids, potions, all that stuff is probably kind of past its use state. So what I'm actually looking for are tools that might be on there, crystal wands or, weird glass things to look through, the sort of tools of spellcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And the same on the desk up top, plus any sort of written notes or, bound volume saying How I Did It by Victor von Frankenstein or whatever.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm focusing on for those.
Perfect. Okay. Then
It'll probably take quite a while to go through
yeah,
that.
it would. So tell you what, give me a perception check for like the bookcases.
10.
Okay. All right. So we'll just say you're just standing by the south. Your pawn is by the south bookcase there. So you search through that. There are a lot of magical texts, like on topics, and then there's a lot of like random topics. And many of the books are not in great condition. Nothing specific jumps out at you. I mean, as far as like titles.
Yeah, it wouldn't be necessarily useful for me since I'm not a book learning sort of magic type. But anything that would leap out as, hey, maybe Zinnia would like this or something like that. So and I'm guessing that with that low roll, it's like nothing particularly sticks out.
Well, so I have one of these. I enjoy PDF resources, which that's like the 100 books to find on the wizard shelf, because obviously I like to find things personally, so I thought other people too. So let's say the one that jumps at you is called On Summoning. And it appears to be, it's by, we'll have to cite this by Erdan the Planewalker. And it's a book on conjuring creatures. So that one struck you as interesting. And if you pulled it out to look at it, is very well illustrated.
Okay.
But yeah, like there are just dozens and dozens of books, not all in great shape, but that one's like, oh, this seems pretty cool.
All righty.
If you go ahead and give me another check for the other. And you can also, if you're wanting to do like exhaustive searches, you could just say you could take 20. And basically, because there sounds like they've wandered off, and if you're just engrossed here, you can do that too. And then that just takes you basically 20 rounds to search something exhaustively.
And I would have to do that with each of the things that I'm searching.
Yeah. So, but you could do that. I mean, you could do the whole room in 15 minutes or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then.
Okay. So what is your take 20? Are you a perceptive dude?
Okay, so it adds.
It'd be like you rolled a 20 on the die.
Okay, then 24. I am not a particularly perceptive dude.
Okay. But if you do a take 20 on each of the areas, you do end up finding a false book on the southeast bookshelf.
Ooh.
Which you can choose to activate or not. At this point, everybody else is gone.
Yes, I am curious enough that I would definitely pull that.
Okay. Then what happens is you hear a click, and that bookshelf, the whole shelf, is on a hinge that you can pull away from the wall to reveal a little secret room with another bookshelf.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ah.
The bookshelf industry really is your sponsor.
Bookshelf Inception.
I want to see who made the hinges on this. If they're still working after all this time, that's pretty good craftsmanship.
Okay, so Pike has revealed a secret little room with a secret library, and I suspect he may possibly go in there to start looking around. But we'll find out in a moment, because I think Ismi has gone now to the second floor.
Yes.
So I went ahead and just revealed the rest of those rooms so that we could get you through them quickly, since I got a sense of what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
The south side, because basically the north side of the second floor is just a balcony overlooking the Great Hall.
Okay.
And then the south side of the keep has there's two, would you either possibly guest quarters, or they don't look like staff quarters.
Okay.
So they both have like what would be nice beds, an adjoining fireplace, a stand with like a water basin and some rugs and things like that.
Okay. She will because she knows what she has to do next. She's going to look through and make sure there's nothing there, nothing leaving out, like nothing obvious leaping out that like, okay, this is a problem. And then she's going to get a sheet, because one of the things she wants to do is she wants to wrap her friend up, because she knows her friend's dead downstairs. She's been kind of ignoring it. But part of the reason why she didn't want to go exploring is because she wants to go take care of Morgan's body.
Sure.
And so she's going to go to one of the beds, find a sheet that doesn't look completely nasty, shake it off as much as she can, because she's going to use it, because she's going to go wrap her friend's body.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, once you shake the dust off, these are, I mean, it's actually kind of nice silk sheet. So that you'd guess that these are probably, guest quarters for people who would come and visit the Lord or come with him to go hunting or whatever. But yeah, so you find you a good sheet and then proceed down to the first floor where you can begin to attend to your friend. You'll have to kind of cut her down because she was still like tied up to the post. And I mean, that'll take you just a little bit to address all of that. But yeah, you get her removed and laid down on the sheet and then get her wrapped up, basically.
Yeah. And she's going to try to, like, if she has a comb or something, she's going to try to, like, do something to fix her hair, try to do something, maybe get some water from the kitchen. She's going to try to clean the body a little bit. This is her friend, and this is her oldest friend. So she is going to take some time, and she's listening. She's going to, like, kind of go downstairs, kind of do the walkthrough. She knows the people out there are dead. So she's just making sure there's no one on here. She's going to get some stuff, and she's literally going to start attending to her friend's body, because she wants to make sure her friend gets a decent burial in the morning.
Okay. All right. Then you go through that process and attend to your friend, get her wrapped up. And you're going to leave her in the Great Hall, though.
Yes. I'm going to leave. I'll probably pick her up. I'd probably put her on one of those tables, clear off a table. I'd put the sheet on it. I'd take my friend's body, put it on there carefully, get some stuff to clean it, use her own hairbrush to kind of comb through her friend's hair, maybe take a locket and take a piece of hair. I mean, she's going to, like, go through the mourning process and then carefully wrap the friend's body, which is why she wanted to be alone. So.
Okay. All right. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then while you were doing that, our flying friends fly down and down and down. You'd think that you've passed the second floor. And you think that you've passed, surely, the first floor. Because it keeps going.
Oh.
And you'll notice, looking at the map here, you will need to pan down to the bottom left quite a bit there. And you'll see a small room way down there, all alone in the dark.
Okay.
Because eventually, yes, the stairs do end, and Daerun, for sure, you have that sense that you are in fact below ground.
Oh, okay.
And you basically fly off the bottom of the stairs, and you find yourself in a 20 by, not quite, it's like 20 by 12 private room here with a door to the north. There's another bed here, and like a desk and with some books and parchment and quills and stuff on it, and actually a pretty comfortable looking chair, and like a large, like a storage chest next to the bed. And it looks like a personalized little bedroom here. It does not look like it's been used, or I mean, you can both make survival checks to get gather this, because you've noticed that the rooms you walked through, others had walked through there. I mean, even though they were all dusty, you could.
Sure. It's a 19.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm using my bat sense, right? Perception is a animal sense.
Okay.
That's a question. Like,
oh, it's a question.
Like when I'm in beast shape, my perception is bat.
I mean, yeah, you still you always use your own skills,
Okay.
but I think that it gives you, if there's a special
No, I mean,
ability.
my perception's higher than the bat's perception. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, you would still,
Okay.
it should tell you like how it modifies your stats.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then that means that I've got a 26.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
You wanted survival?
well, yeah, it just does it.
Well, I rolled a 16, so
Okay. It doesn't look like anybody has stepped foot in this room in, years and years. So there's no obvious sign that anybody's been down here searching through stuff. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at the desk.
Okay. So you fly over there to the desk. Yeah, there's there's also some candles you could light. And yeah, there's a couple books there that you could possibly open up if you wanted to. I guess, do you want to pause and look through specifically the contents on the top of the desk?
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. You flip open, the bigger book there, and it looks like it's a journal. That is probably the first thing, because it's all handwritten, kind of irregular, and you see dates and things. So yeah, it looks like it's somebody's journal.
Can I read this journal?
You can. It is written in the human tongue, which you speak and read. So
Whose journal is it?
it is. It would probably take you a little bit to find that out, because he doesn't really sign it. But assuming you spend a couple minutes looking through, I think you're going to have to, you know what, you'll have to figure it out by context clues. So give me knowledge local or nobility if that's higher.
Let's see. 15.
Okay, good. You believe that this is the former Earl of Kent's journal, Cuthbert Glenham, who, he died back in the battle, 18 years ago. So it could be, this could be an important historical document. You can continue. I mean, do you want to try to learn anything from it? It would obviously take you time to read the whole journal.
No, I just want to take it.
Okay. All right. I mean, it should definitely be interesting. The other things that are here, there are some rolled up notes, which, it's going to take you a while to go through it all. But there are definitely some short notes from other people, and you can see that they had been like sealed with wax and then opened, so possibly missives. And other than that, some writing. There's a nice quill pen set.
It's just a little chest I detect.
It is a little chest that you detect.
And I'll say, "Hey, Zinnia, this is a chest I detect. Is this a chest over here?"
Yes, that's a chest. Should we open this chest?
Yeah, let's try. I don't know how. I'm not really new to this whole bat thing.
Yeah, I guess you really can't open a chest.
Can you?
Can I open the chest? How heavy is the chest?
Suddenly you're really in the comedy of the situation here.
Team massive
That's
strength.
Do you have a fly skill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because actually to hover, I'm not going to be mean. You can flit around the room.
Right.
Yep.
Flop, 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 flop. But yeah, if you want to like hover in place, that's actually a DC 15 fly check to do that. And failure means
He can also land.
He can, but he hasn't flown before. So I'm just like, I'm sure this is going to come up now.
Yeah, but I'm also does animal have to do flight checks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Other animals?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a 23.
Okay. So you can like flap, 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 flap right there in
Yeah.
front of the chest. So yeah, Zinnia's, I don't know what your demeanor is, if there's any excitement or disinterest or whatever, but she's collecting some books and papers. I mean, it's going to be kind of heavy, but
Can I at least get close enough to see if it's locked, or like see how is it? Is there a buckle? Is there?
there is a lock there. Yes.
Oh, well, it seems to be locked.
Okay.
Okay.
I will try to unlock the chest.
I'll just flutter around.
Okay. So you fly over there next to Daroon in bat form and try to unlock the chest.
That is a 23.
Ooh.
That's close.
Oh, crap.
It is close. You do set off the trap.
Oh, crap.
Did not wait for the rogue to.
That's like, you've got a rogue.
She's not used to it yet.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now what happens?
To you, a large poison needle comes thrusting out, probably almost like your full body.
Oh,
Just imagining, because normally it'd just be like somebody's hand there.
yeah.
And I'm going to roll an attack on you. This is going to be against your flat-footed. Oh, but I rolled a 4, so the dice can be good sometimes. So you managed to. Well, actually, what is your flat?
16.
Okay. Oh yeah, actually, that was so pretty close. Because it was plus 10.
Oh, yeah.
So you jerk to the side as a needle the size of the one you normally wield thrusts out at you. You can see some probably dried resin on the needle that you're not sure if that still would have had a detrimental impact on you, but it misses you.
Oh, that looks like it was trapped.
Yep.
Should be good to go now, though.
Okay. So I got to try again?
You would have to try again, yeah.
I didn't. It's still locked?
It is, in fact, still locked.
Can I like take 20?
You actually can, now that
Okay.
you've set the trap off.
Okay, I do that.
I mean, unless there's another trap.
Well, I will just try.
Okay. What is your take 20?
25.
Okay. That is the DC, so that is pretty amazing. Oh, so you had to roll a natty 20 to open that
That's
lock.
why I just decided to do the 20.
I can do so it says I can do semantics as an animal because I can cast beast speak on myself using that. And technically, if I speak, I could cast guidance on you.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
But if you got it.
We got it.
Oh, okay.
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 It's unlocked.
Good
You,
job.
You will then have to lift the lid.
Oh,
How heavy is this lid?
I mean, I'm actually going to make you make a strength check.
Well, that didn't tell me how heavy the lid is.
Yeah.
Oh, like, are you going to use a spell?
I just want you to tell me how heavy the freaking lid is.
It's probably like 10 pounds.
I should be able to easily lift that. Because 20 pounds or less is considered a light load for me.
Yeah,
So why do I have to do a strength check?
because I wanted to be mean to you.
I see that, but that doesn't, now you're not making any sense.
Okay. All right.
You still want me to roll?
No,
Because you're
I will not require a roll.
Okay, thank you.
Since you can move that much weight. All right, fine. So you push against the chest and open it up, revealing something in there wrapped up in like a fine purple cloth.
Ooh.
That looks
you should
pretty.
check if it's magical.
I do.
It does radiate. It does radiate magic.
It is magic.
We're so awesome at this.
I know. This is so cool. Okay. So I pick it up.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's basically like a cloth bag that you can unwrap. There's something inside.
Well, I pick it up and I put it on the bed.
Oh, okay.
And then unwrap it.
Okay.
And then unwrap it.
And then unwrap it.
Ooh.
What is it?
Inside,
Oh, yeah.
there is an ornate golden crown.
That's really shiny.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I mean, there's like a little crest on it, like on the forehead,
Mhm.
like a noble house.
Mhm.
That you should be able to just with your knowledge and ability take a 10. It is the symbol of the. I have suddenly gone completely blank. It is the Earl. I'm sorry, not even the Earl.
The Dutch.
The Dutch. Yes.
Landon?
Thank you.
The Duke of Landon?
Dear God.
The Duchy of Landon?
We got there. The Duchy of Landon. Yes. Whew. Goodness.
So the Earl has the Duke's crown.
Yes.
I think if you put it on, you automatically take over the duchy.
So, but it's magic?
It does have some enchantment on it.
Okay, so I want to figure out what the enchantment is.
Okay.
We can figure this out.
While you were doing that,
Okay.
we will. So while she was doing that,
I want to kind of like check her a little bit more around. I'm the kind of defensive, like looking. I'm not really. It's dark in here.
No, I've got my light spell.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The room, the size of the room is
Sure.
brightly illuminated.
So I'm just trying to see, is there any kind of draft or anything coming from more than the stairs? Is there a secret? We found a secret stairwell. Is there a secret?
There's
door?
there's a non-secret door.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
we-
right there, there's a door.
To the north, we see it.
But
Ah,
it's
And there is like actually, instead of a handle, there's not since you bothered to look, there's not a doorknob. There is like a handle, like a type you would pull down.
Sure.
would you say like a lever?
Indeed, like a lever.
Ah.
I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to just fly around because I got to get good at this flying stuff. And, you can do this all the time. This must be so cool.
It is very cool. I don't understand why humans haven't grown wings yet.
Yeah.
Or dwarves.
I mean, theoretically,
yeah.
you could, if you wanted to,
Yeah.
probably land on it and then try to use your like flap and apply strength to push it down.
I could theoretically do that if I didn't see something that we just tried to open, have a
Try-
trap in it.
Try to kill me.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's hidden. It's
I know,
just it's just like a lever for somebody to leave the room.
Seems like-
I'm not trying to bait you. I wanted to make sure that you felt like you knew you could do it if
Bat
you wanted
bait.
to.
Okay, so you think my weight would open the?
I would
Because I
make-
have a 1. I said
I would make
one
you make a
strength.
strength check. I would make you, but yeah, you can make a strength check if
You
you
just
wanted to.
hang from the
I
bottom
can't.
of it.
Can I make a strength check
I'm
at 1?
stronger than you right now. That's so exciting.
And you can still fly faster than me too.
I could rip your wings off.
You could.
Oh my gosh! She just said that aloud.
But then I would come back
And be very angry at
and
you.
you'd be holding onto my beard.
Or maybe his arms.
right. Oh no, you tore my arms off. you could.
Okay.
At first I'm disturbed, but then I'm like, no, that's totally something she would say.
It's just fairy games.
Yeah, of course, it's
They're so
all
cute.
fairy games.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you open the door or not? Otherwise, I'm going to run back.
Yeah,
up.
let's open. I'm going to open it.
Okay. Cool.
I was, again, this is recorded.
Oh.
I'm not trying to bait you or anything.
I don't do that.
No.
Mhm.
I don't think you
Sure
ever
you
baited
don't.
anybody. Something like, are you sure you don't want to open this door?
No.
Any DM out there that doesn't do that,
Mhm.
write me in. Because you know what? No one's going to write you in.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. The door opens up. I actually have a little secret door icon, but it's stuck under a layer. So I'm just gonna. Anyway, I'm just gonna reveal.
Ah.
So what you see on the other side, it opens up into a hall. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to give you a full line of the hall here.
Mhm.
And
Also, I'm using my blind sense. So
Oh, yeah.
let me reveal the whole room, and then you can actually see a lot more.
Well, I'm going to just kind of look left and right, and then I'm going to come back and wait for Zinnia.
Whoa.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't wanna really-
Oh.
Be flying around willy-nilly.
This is not good.
Well, suddenly things have changed.
What you see is actually, even with your blind sense, you probably can't make all the details. It is about 50 by 50. Yeah. Or 50 by,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big room.
Mhm.
And it is kind of vaulted. So it's about 15 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you do see multiple doors on the different sides. So you do see on the north wall, there's a pair of doors. And on the west wall, there is a door. So there are 3 other doors. And there is still, so there's 4 other doors out of this giant room. And there's like sconces all along the walls where there are old torches there that perhaps could be lit. However, the important thing is that there's a 5-foot kind of ring all the way around this square room, the center of which is basically like a pit. You can see that the center of the room has a like a 40 by 40 or 40 by 45 deeper pit that goes down like 5 feet. That there's possibly a ladder leading down. And it looks like that has a dirt floor where everything else is masonry. And
I see nothing else. Okay.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. And there's in that pit, you definitely make out like a large inert form. I don't. So blind sense. So that only
just
picks you up,
says-
it's like echolocation.
Yeah, it says I can see what, what's around me, like if there's any foes, but it doesn't really say, hey, you can't tell what kind of foe it is, But I do have low light vision as well.
Yeah, but you still the low light requires. So yeah, you don't pick up any like movement or heat or anything like that. But it's like it's suddenly got like wow, this is like a really big room.
I don't need perception checks to notice and locate creatures within range of its blind sensibility, provided that it has line to effect to that creature.
Okay. So yeah, so Dayrune, wow, you just fill the air, and that's a large space in here.
Okay.
I'll let you contemplate that for a bit, and then we'll fly back up to, I guess, Pike, who is excitedly looking through this private library.
Indeed, I am. Yep.
So, yeah, you would give me a knowledge arcana.
10.
Okay.
It's about as bad as I can.
So you scan the books. So all the books in here look to be in impeccable condition. The room itself is not entirely dust-free. It's not exactly hermetically sealed in here, but it is much less dust than the rest of the room. So that something else going on here to keep this room clean and preserved. There's a 10-book set of these black bound large tomes in here that, even though you have no real expertise in it, you would guess that these are probably like sorcery research tomes. I mean, like ancient magic, things like that. Probably valuable to purveyors of the arts, along with a handful of other smaller grimoires. It doesn't really mean a lot to you, but you would definitely, this is probably really valuable and maybe dangerous.
And it seems like the sort of thing that Xenia might be interested in or know more about, so I'll make sure to show it to her. So I'll leave the secret door open and continue that look at the desk and the workbench to see what's going on with those.
Okay. Then so carefully move away from that, and you have some time to finish studying the remainder of the room, taking 20 on each of those. So what you're able to deduce is that there is basically a masterwork alchemical set here, which is a pretty extensive set, worth a lot of money, but also packing all this stuff up is going to be tedious, and getting it somewhere, unbroken. It would take a bit of effort. But that this is probably worth hundreds of silver at least. I mean, just if you could get all this together. Most of the different reagents and components and things like that are all dried out. But you do recognize, you do find a couple of scrolls that are in fact like written. So you find some scrolls, and you do find a couple of potions that look like they're probably still good.
Okay. Can I try to figure out what the scrolls are?
You can with spellcraft checks.
Okay.
What is your take 10 on spellcraft?
Take 10 would be 16.
16. So basically you can identify first level ones. Okay. So okay. That just, you can take 10. Yeah. Spellcraft is the lower level stuff's pretty easy for you then. So you are able to identify a cause fear, a charm person, and a mage armor. Oh, and an unseen servant. So you find 4 scrolls that you can readily identify. And then there are 2 that you will need to roll on.
Okay. First one goes on top of the power cord. Okay. Oh, wow. 20 on that one.
All right. There is a false life
And 19.
and a ghoul touch.
Ooh.
Ghoul touch. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Now, there are a couple of like random decoration looking things. There's a red, a yellow, blue, and then whatever this is. Are they just sort of random bits of furniture and such?
Yeah, they just kind of assume what you would expect to find. I
Okay.
mean, shelves with knickknacks and peculiar devices and maybe a couple preserved skulls and odd apparatuses. But the collection of equipment is if you were to basically pull it all together, it is a large masterwork alchemist set.
Okay. Does the desk have any drawers in it, or is it a like more workbench type?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there are probably some drawers in there. I imagine you do find some notes and some what maybe look like recipes and things like that for potions that they were working on. The occupant of this room was clearly did alchemy. That's probably, you might even deduce that's what the services they provided. They probably made potions for the Earl.
Okay. And then lastly, since there was a secret door in the bottom right, immediately adjacent to the desk in the top right, I'm going to see if there's any sign of something I can wiggle, push, or...
Okay. There's not. To keep
Okay.
20, you don't find anything. I did mention though that you did find a couple of potions. So, and I believe these are all first level. If not, we'll get by. You find a potion of reduced person, and you find 2 potions of resistance, and you find 2 potions of cure light wounds. And actually, they're labeled in a way to be identified. So clearly, they were being made to give to people. Maybe that's what they give to the guards or whatever. Who knows what they are for? But yeah, assuming you spent quite a bit of time, you feel like you exhaustively searched this room.
I feel good
a
about
lot
this
going
room.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Classic dungeon delving here. It's a lot of stuff. You walk away with a lot of stuff. So, Isme, you would finish your work at some point,
Yes.
and then would your intent be to rejoin the others?
Possibly, I would probably just do a cursory walk around the first floor, make sure that there's nothing. Possibly, kind of look over the body of the big thug that Pike and Daroon dropped.
Yeah.
Figure out, see if I can find that same skull and crossbone image. If I can maybe get an ID on that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And you definitely have plenty of time. So if you do spend some time,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you check him over. You do find that same symbol.
Yeah.
And what I think we'll probably do is loot the remainder of the fallen off air. I'll just send you guys a list because that is only so exciting. And there is quite a bit of looting. I know people enjoy looting. So, because you do find a lot of gear kind of scattered across all these different brigands. And you do find that symbol on a couple of the other ones.
Yes, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that symbol because that's what I want to get information on. Is somebody has to know what that symbol is.
Yeah. You probably would start to think that they are maybe like hired mercenaries that might be, with your skill set, what you might start to see, this commonality. And then some of them are lesser equipped.
Right.
And don't like they might have just been conscripted or offered some money. There's definitely 2 sets of people here, some more like common thug types, and then some that you would call like professionals.
Right. So that's kind of what she's trying to, in her head, trying to piece together who the major players are, who are the ones that she might need to try to figure out, okay, I need to know who these people are.
All right. So you gather information. I will provide you stuff.
Okay.
And then are the basement people, are you guys going to rejoin the party, or do you think you are going to pursue exploration on your own?
So Zinnia wants to know more about the crown, but is gonna peer into that room and be like, "Ooh, maybe we should get some backup before we go further."
Yeah, I don't like this. Like, I detect anything, but this how I can't detect any. There's something in there, but I don't know what it is.
Detect in what manner?
Like any creatures.
Well, use once Zinnia's light fills at least enough of the room for your low light to work, you can see that is definitely in the center of that room the rotted corpse of what was probably once like a brown bear,
Mm.
but it clearly looks dead. And it's like there's a long chain around, like to a collar around its neck that goes to this post in the center.
Yeah.
It's like it, and then once the light fills the room, you can see more details. And this looks like it was probably a fighting pit. Like there's some like a couple like old like rusting weapons and things, and you can see the dirt is beaten down, and there's like stains that was probably blood. So kind of grim.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's a good idea.
just the fact that there's like so many doors, and this is a lot. And so
Yeah.
can we close that door back?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you pull the lever, the door indeed closes. And
Pull the lever.
you two can fly back up the stairs.
Yeah, that's.
All right.
Can I carry the crown?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And the book and like
yeah. I mean, you
Oh,
basically
I,
put it all in that bag and
it's probably a medium load for me now.
Probably so.
Like
um,
somebody else carry this.
and go flying back up. And eventually, the lot of you come back together, either at the third floor, or probably at the third floor
Yeah,
where you're gonna rest. And we've already gone a bit long. We're gonna.
Oh, no,
We're
okay.
we're like there.
We didn't even get to the torture.
I didn't. Yeah, I figured if once you started exploring,
Crud.
I had a feeling we were not going to get to that.
Okay.
I know.
You'll have to delay your gratification.
Another
Yeah,
week
next
before we
time.
get torture.
We'll have a week to plan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is this once you probably start getting a sense. This is actually a pretty sizable like dungeon site in the classic
Yeah.
sense of it has a dungeon.
Yeah, I'm a little disturbed.
Yeah.
Like, all right. And what's the
Whew.
crown doing here? I'm gonna have to read the diary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Answers. Answers
Mm-hmm.
to questions you didn't even know you had,
Yeah, no kidding.
but Ismi might.
Yeah.
Ismi might be able to put some things together. You might want to be showing that stuff to Ismi.
Well, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm wondering what
After she
Ismi-
crowns herself.
I'm wondering what is Ismi's look like? Is the crown of Landon missing? Is that because that would seem like that would be something that would be known?
I mean, maybe it would be known because there is no Duke.
There is no Duke.
Yeah, I did remember that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no
Right.
Duke.
No
But the
Duke.
thing is like, I mean, if the crown jewels of England went missing, even if the queen was dead, that would be a big deal. I mean, you'd still have the crown.
There'd be an uproar.
Exactly.
Maybe. You know what? We'll talk about that next time.
I guess
All
we'll just
right.
Talk about
delay
that
it.
next time.
So you have to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I add the purple thing that was around the crown to my outfit?
the beautiful purple,
Yeah.
like turn it into some sort of. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
And find somebody to make it magical so it does something. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Building out the wardrobe.
Yeah.
You know what? Did you ever? Because there was things we didn't even get around to, like talking about on air, and like we haven't done the flashbacks for going through like Tommy's, his little house.
No, we have not.
Yeah, but he had made that bird skull helmet for you.
Yeah.
Would you have taken that or like just stowed that away somewhere? I don't know if that's like, oh, by the way, the creepy fairy is wearing this really like bird skull helmet.
So it is in my inventory,
Okay.
but I don't have it on my head at this time because I have the hat of disguise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but if we did something with that, if we could figure out something to do with it, then that would be really cool.
Okay.
Just say.
All right.
All right.
Whew.
More secrets.
A lot ahead of us.
Yeah.
I you know what? And I knew this site was going to take some time. So we'll see if you guys can get through it all next session.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
No
or maybe
guarantees.
not. I don't know.
No guarantees.
No guarantees. All right, guys. Thanks a
See you
bunch.
next time.
Take
Bye.
care.
We'll see
Bye.
you. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the World of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the World of Tellus at AdventuresEdgeRPG.com.